we finally got the chance to try out the game. I didn't though because I'm poor. It had feedback. Whether or not it was positive, I'll let you guess. Yeah, people felt underwhelmed with it. Is this really it for Call of Duty? Can Activision make things right and fix what's wrong, or is it just too late? Let's talk about it. So the public beta was released on the 3rd of August, and people weren't too satisfied. From the research I did, the majority chose the words uninspired and frustrating to sum it up, and it seems to be a reasonable statement. I mean, the specialists are either over or underpowered. Time to kill is way too high, and all of the maps that they let testers get their hands on just did not feel memorable at all. And one of the biggest complaints I've heard is the user interface. Do you remember Destiny, how you had a cursor to move around the menus? Well, that's basically what you're doing here. The difference is Destiny made it work slightly because of the layout of the menu, but Black Ops 4 had no reason to do it this way. I'm gonna assume this will change, because that's just a terrible way to design the main menu and every menu in the game, actually. You could easily just use your D-pad to navigate. It would be much easier, but that's just not even an option. Why would you use a cursor on a console game? It almost never works the way you intend it to. It's clunky, and that can go for the whole game. I'm looking at The Sims 4 as an example here. Putting the navigation to the side, the menus are just clunky in general. The layout looks confusing. I feel like it could work if they move some stuff around a bit, but it just looks confusing to me, and maybe it wouldn't be as bad if you could just use your D-pad to get around it, but as I said, that's not even an option. Okay, so once you actually get into the game, the lobby menu is also just kinda meh. It looks a little overwhelming. This feels like a recurring theme now, to be honest. It's something that could work if some things were, again, rearranged or stuck out a little bit more. It all just looks strange, and I can't define it. Alright, the menus are probably gonna change, so I should just stop worrying about it. Let's talk about the actual gameplay. Now, we don't know how the zombies or blackout mode is gonna turn out yet. We only have access to the multiplayer at the moment, and it's just not fun. There were some things that I do enjoy about it, and they did make some changes that I actually think made the game a little better. But self-healing is a good concept because it motivates you to be tactical when you go into the fight, instead of just running in because you have to heal on your own, and it only goes up by so much. Then you gotta wait to heal again. It does influence the gameplay positively, in my opinion. Also, it doesn't have flying, boys. It's boots on the ground. That was not a good joke. I apologize for that one. This is an obvious good change. The workaround was to place this game in the era between Black Ops 2 and 3, even though it doesn't have nothing to do with the campaign at all, but whatever. I also like the idea of slowing down the gameplay, but I also understand the complaints, because COD has always been known for its fast-paced arcade-style gameplay, and this is more comparable to Overwatch or Siege, which is funny because that's what we've known for months now, but people are still getting upset as if it was just discovered. Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. I forgot that when the multiplayer was first tested by players, they were supposedly rebuilding it from the ground up. It doesn't feel that way. It feels like it was the exact same thing. Although I would hate to see how it played back then, because if it's bad now... It must have been fucking garbage, man. Now I haven't gotten my hands on its multiplayer, so I don't have a personal opinion on it. I can't form one until I have a first impression, but from what I've seen and heard, it's not good. As I said in my Black Ops Past video, I haven't played COD since Modern Warfare Remastered. I didn't play Infinite Warfare or World War II, and I won't be playing Black Ops 4 either. I just don't care for this series anymore, and a lot of other people are showing the same feelings too. This is kind of sad, because COD has been around my whole life, and it's finally about finished crumbling to the ground. Alright, so to recap everything, here's my final points. This game is gonna have a rough launch in terms of sales, comparing it to the previous COD games, that is. There's gonna be a huge outcry for changes to the multiplayer, and this will probably extend the blackout mode as well. They have to do something to the UI. It cannot stay the way it is. The fact that there's no campaign or hardly any correlation to the previous games, this shouldn't even be a Black Ops game. They just did that to ride on the success of the franchise. But tell me what you think about it. Have you tried the beta, and do you like it? If so, explain why in the comments below. I'd love to hear why. Find me on Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. I am active on all of those platforms. If you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe to hear more from me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.